From Amsterdam to the fjords of Norway.
The travel guys are on a Holland America Norwegian cruise next. Hi, I'm Jim Gordon.
And I'm Darren Parkman.
And we are the Travel Guide.
Coming up, we will start a fabulous Holland America journey aboard a brand new ship called the Rotterdam in the historic city of Amsterdam. Sounds fun, don't it?
Sure does.
Yeah.
We'll also return to the Norwegian capital of Oslo for the first time in 10 years and check out a very cool historic fort.
All that and a lot more coming up, so stick around. If you're going on a Norwegian cruise, it's always a great idea to show up a couple days early. That allows you to do what we're doing right now, and that is we're checking out the awesome city of Amsterdam.
Buddy, you've been here a couple times before. This is my first time here, and I gotta tell you, boy, there's just action and noise everywhere. Planes above, people on bikes, but one thing I noticed immediately are these amazing canals that run through the city.
There's a lot of them, and a great way to see the city is to take a canal tour, which we're gonna do. Man, one thing you notice about Amsterdam is there is a whole heck of a lot of bikes in this city. They're everywhere.
You know what, I tell you what, if cities want to discuss how to bike lane their metropolis, this is the place to come see. They are everywhere.
You got to be careful too, because you can very easily get hit. There's just they've really taken over from cars in Amsterdam. There's thousands and thousands of them. You got to watch where you're walking. You really do.
Because you've been here a bunch of times. You've actually stopped me a couple times today to go, nope, you got to look this way behind you. It's well organized, but you do have to be careful and be cautious.
Don't stand in the bike lanes.
That's the moral of this.
Advice.
That's the moral of the story. Thank you.
If you're in Amsterdam and you want to see a lot of the history, a great way to see that is by taking a canal tour.
It's amazing too. These bridges are so low, you don't think you're going to be able to go under them, but it's just, you get a great day like today and you just can see this whole city in about an hour and a half.
Some of the architecture is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
One thing you notice when you're on the canal tour is just how skinny these very old houses are behind us.
I noticed on the houses too at the very top, they all have hooks.
You know why that is? It's because they cannot move furniture inside the houses. The staircases are so narrow and winding. They have to lift everything up from outside. All the furniture goes in outside.
The other thing you notice too is just how well they've maintained these homes. Like they've obviously been redesigned and kept up over the years, but it's just amazing what they've done here.
The other cool thing is, you may not know this, but there's more canals here in Amsterdam than there is in Venice. 60 miles of canals.
I would not have believed that.
Easy to get around and a very scenic way to get around. Buddy, there is a very important building right there.
And what would that be?
It's where they used to make Heineken beer. That's where it all started, right there.
Oh, right, but it's not a museum. You could go and check it out. It's called the
Yeah.
Heineken Experience.
I'd like to experience beer. I'd very much like
I
to
plan to
experience
experience
beer.
Heineken actually in liquid form in a couple
Multiple
hours.
times I'd like to experience beer.
You seem to have grown a bit.
Well, you know, working with you, I've always felt that I've had very big shoes to fill, and now I'm filling them. They don't fit as well as I was hoping they
Really
would.
didn't map this all out there, did
They
you?
don't
actually?
fit quite as well as I hope they would. You know, when in Holland, you got to wear the wooden shoes. When in Holland, you got to wear these. Well, behind us is a very important part of Amsterdam history. It's the House of Anne Frank.
Buddy, it's relatively easy to find by just, and this is a good thing, by the amount of crowds. There's a whole industry here, and it's also really encouraging to see so many young people here with their parents.
It really is encouraging to see the young crowds here. And Anne Frank, of course, kept a very famous diary while her family, her entire family, stayed hidden here during World War II.
I think it's a good idea for every youngster to read that book.
Absolutely. Anne Frank, of course, ended up finally passing away in a death camp during World War II.
Buddy, I tell you, I just get chills being here. I'm not being maudlin or anything like that. It
It really is kind of sad to be here.
Yeah.
And of course, her family spent months and months and months hidden without ever going outside in a secret compartment in this very house. It's just scary to think about the whole ordeal.
Definitely something you make the time for when you're in Amsterdam.
I'm going to teach you a little something about Amsterdam here, sir.
Okay.
I've actually been here before, but if you see a storefront and the sign says coffee shop,
I can get a coffee there, right?
well, it ain't all about coffee, actually. That is
What would it be about?
that's kind of code for hash, marijuana, hashish, I guess, and some places have mushrooms.
Yeah.
So basically, any drug your heart desires, you can buy at a coffee shop here in Amsterdam.
Well, those people scoring at home, you need to know the Travel Guys are, in fact, a drug-free show.
Shall we go get a coffee in air quotes? See what I did? I put air quotes around that.
Yes.
Shall we get a coffee?
Yeah. You know what? This
Yeah.
is where our camera guy stops rolling. Stop rolling. Stop rolling.
Stop. One beer, two beers, hopefully more beers.
Yes. That's he loves the rhyme. More Travel Guys coming up after you watch this.
I'm a poet and I didn't even know it.
Well, our Rotterdam Holland America cruise ship, buddy, has brought us to the capital of Norway. It's Oslo.
And behind us is the Oslo Fjord Inlet. Always wanted to say fjord.
Well, it's been a long time since you said that.
It has been.
You know what's great about the city too, buddy, is it's a combination of new and old. Behind us is the Opera House and the Much Museum.
It's pretty modern looking back there.
Yeah. Let's go check this city out. Well, this is interesting, buddy. We've been to a lot of cities over the years with this dog and pony show. Have you ever seen saunas being offered on the pier of a city?
No, but it's an idea whose time has
I
come.
think that's a great idea.
Yeah, you just go have a sauna here,
Yeah.
then take a swim, have another sauna, take a swim.
Fantastic. Very cool.
There's a whole day right there doing that.
Well, a great way and inexpensive way to see this city of Oslo is on one of these hop-on, hop-off buses.
And some fantastic architecture here in, I guess, downtown Oslo,
Yeah.
you would call it. But it almost looks like a movie set, some of these buildings.
Yeah, really good.
Very beautiful.
Yeah.
A lot of great history, a lot of great architecture.
Yeah. And it's great too because we're actually weaving our way through the city, the business center, the historic, but also some
We're
of
doing what now?
we're weaving our way through.
Like that?
Naming it, also the name of our cameraman.
Yeah.
But going through all different parts of the city, including a lot of the apartment buildings where people live, and they're all like 200-300 years old. It's pretty amazing.
There's a pretty prominent building right there, sir. I think that's Oslo Cathedral, built in the 1600s.
Wow, very cool.
That's what you call an old building. Wow, we're literally like, 3 minutes outside of downtown, and it's now just beautiful green pasture everywhere.
Well,
Yeah.
Oslo is known for a lot of things, but museums and green space.
It is quite beautiful.
Yeah.
Rolling green hills reminds me of Ireland.
No, but as you said, buddy, I can't believe we're literally like 2 minutes from downtown.
And there's like cows and sheep everywhere. Most cities we visited in Europe always have an ancient fortress that was originally used to protect the city, and Oslo is no different.
That's right, pal. We're at Akershus Castle, which was built during medieval times, but it's just amazing to see the cannons. Again, it was protecting the city.
Wow. All the old stonework, and what a beautiful castle,
It
actually.
really is. Today, it's used by government officials and I guess the Norwegian government for events, parties, but it's pretty spectacular. It's still standing after all these centuries.
Wouldn't mind being invited to a party here.
That's never going to happen for us.
No, no chance of that.
Well, Parkman and I find ourselves in Oslo's oldest cafe. It's called Ingebret's, opened in 1857.
Even the pubs and restaurants have history here.
Sure do.
And I'm just trying to work out the pricing here. I guess these delicious beers we're having here are around 112 kroners,
Yeah.
which works out to about 20 bucks Canadian a beer.
Yeah.
We should say that Norway is very, very expensive. And I guess when we were here 10 years ago, it was
2012.
the most expensive city in the world. Now they say it's the 17th most expensive. But
Yeah.
20 bucks a beer ain't cheap.
No, but that's
Cheers
what
to
you're
that.
going to pay. This is what you're going to pay here. But what's great too is just wandering down these streets and stumbling into history like this. We just happen to walk by and great looking spots.
Historically pricey beers we found.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, now Parkman and I find ourselves in the lovely city of Kristiansand, which is the southernmost city in all of Norway.
And what's very cool is we happen to be here in the summertime where it's light out. I guess we're northern enough that it's light out 23 hours a day. You can pretty much party all night and never see the sun go down.
I have gone to bed each night so far in daylight, or at least a hazy kind of dusky thing. That's the great thing. Now the opposite is the winter time.
Where it's dark a lot,
dark a
but
lot.
I woke up around 4 a.m. and the sun was shining. Crazy. Well, we're now in the main city square of Kristiansand, and just by looking around, you can see a lot of visitors here. This city really relies on tourism, especially in the summer.
That's right. This place is family driven.
Lots of beautiful parks, and like every city in Norway, super clean.
Yeah,
Don't see any litter around. Well, the church bells are ringing behind us, and behind us is a stunning piece of architecture. I love this building.
Yeah, me too. It's a cathedral located right in the heart of the city. Let's go check it out.
Yeah. Well, we're now in the most historic building in all of Kristiansand. It's the Kristiansand Cathedral. This building is actually about 140 years old, almost 140 years old.
Yeah, this is the fourth church that has been on this location since the city's founding in 1641. And man, this present one's pretty impressive.
It is pretty impressive. Massive, massive ceilings. Wow. You only see this kind of building in Europe, you notice that?
Yeah.
These massive ancient buildings of worship.
Well, of course, it has become a tradition on Travel Guys. Every time we do a cruise with Holland America, we take a couple minutes to head up to the bridge to talk to the guy who's running this ship. In this case, it's Captain Bas van Dummel. Welcome.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good to have you.
Nice to
Good
see
to have
you,
you on
Bas.
board.
Now, Bas, we are on the Rotterdam, but it's kind of a special cruise for us and for everybody because this ship is pretty much brand new, is it not?
That's correct. The ship started sailing with the first guest October 2021 from the port of Amsterdam, and we embarked our first guest for the transatlantic voyage and repositioning to the beautiful warm waters of the Caribbean.
It still has that new car smell. It really does.
You smell the fresh paint, the carpets, and of course the pride on the faces of the crew.
And there's a real open concept on the ship, isn't there? I mean, for guests that are used to maybe some of the older Holland America ships, this ship's a little different.
The ship is a little different indeed. It's the third vessel in its class. The first ship was the Koningsdam, followed by the new Rotterdam, and now we have a beautiful new flagship, the Rotterdam. It's a nice breakaway tradition. We look back to the past, but we look ahead to the future. We'll see that back in the interior design. It's nice and elegant, and I think they've delivered a magnificent product.
Very classy.
Yeah.
Very classy, yes.
How far in advance are you and your team mapping out up here on the deck? Are you a couple days ahead
It's
in
the
terms
bridge.
of the bridge,
Yep.
the deck? Right.
Well, basically what we do, we have a voyage planning officer in the office. These voyages are of course planned well ahead of schedule, and these voyages have been done numerous times. For this class of ship has been done by Koningsdam New Rotterdam. However, these voyages in general have been pre-planned 2 years in advance.
One thing that always surprises me, what sort of stabilizers are used on a ship like this? Because you can look outside and see, swells that look like they're 20 feet high, yet inside your stateroom, it's still pretty smooth.
And that's exactly what we try to accomplish.
Well, it's working.
It
As I
works.
like to say, safety first, Jens.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
basically, we have one stabilizer on each side.
Ah, okay.
And they're gyro controlled, so they have a gyro input, and they can control the rolling motion.
Just a gentle rocking in your room. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
85%, even up to wind force 6 on the Beaufort scale.
Well, whatever you're doing, it's working, and keep on doing it. And thank you very much for talking to us.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Thanks very much.
Well, it was a
Cheers.
pleasure and a privilege to have you on board.
Thank you.
And safe travels home.
Thank you, Captain.
And for your audience, looking forward to welcoming you on board the beautiful new Rotterdam.
Couldn't have said it better ourselves.
Thank you.
Well, it's a sunny afternoon here on the Rotterdam, and there's plenty of outdoor activities you can partake in even while you're on the ship. There's shuffleboard, there's court sports, and there's a little game that we like to play called cornhole.
Sorry, what now?
It's called cornhole.
Oh.
That's the name of the game. You want to spell it for you?
No, that's good. But you've chosen
Cornhole.
the least strenuous one, I notice.
Well, you could still dislocate your shoulder doing
Good
this.
point, actually.
Could actually.
All right.
Let's have a round, okay?
Sure.
Loser buys drinks. Winner buys drinks.
Is there a tie?
As long as there's drinks being
Drinks in it,
bought,
okay,
that's all
sure,
that
all right.
matters. Okay. That's the warm up.
Ah,
That's the warm up.
see, I'm new to this game. We've done it a couple times on the show, but I.
You gotta talk, you gotta warm up.
Oh, right, sorry, warming up, right.
Let me check the consistency of the bag.
Oh, just throw the thing. It's a
All
bag.
right, here we go.
Wow.
Right out of the gate, ladies and gentlemen. Right out of the gate.
All right.
High five.
All right.
Come on. All right. Good luck.
So the object is actually, I've forgotten, is to get it in.
Get it in the hole. It's
I'm
called
sorry,
cornhole.
I'm sorry,
and
what
you
now?
need to get it in the hole. The game is called cornhole,
Right.
and you need to get the bag in the hole.
Right.
Okay?
All right. I didn't plan on
All
being
right.
intimidated with a fun
Good luck.
game on the deck here.
Good luck.
All right.
Oh, come on. You never
Oh,
even touched the board.
Wasn't even
You didn't even
close.
touch the board.
Well, hang on. Let me just throw another one here.
All right. There you go. Now you got it. You're not pitching. You're not pitching.
Hang on.
Okay. You don't need to do squats.
What?
Just
No,
shoot.
I'm
Just
not-
throw the beanbag.
All right. I've yet to hit the object down there. What
You
is
haven't
it?
even hit the board, the ramp at all.
Wow.
That burns. I can't get off under my own assistance.
That's all right. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, you're okay. You're okay.
You enjoying a lot of beverages?
Yeah,
Yeah?
Yeah.
Some alcoholic, some non-alcoholic?
especially the cocktails.
The cocktails.
The alcoholic cocktails.
The alcoholic
Yeah,
cocktails.
yeah.
I'm in agreement, sir. Cheers.
Yeah, sure.
Cheers.
Okay.
What else you like about the cruise?
Well, the Norwegian area is great. So
The fjords
beautiful nature and the rest.
and the cocktails.
And the cocktails.
And
yes.
the cocktails, yeah. Did we mention them earlier? I can't remember.
Yeah, but you had too much Corona in your head, I think. Well, you can cut it out. I think that's
That's
better.
right. I'm
Yeah,
covering it. Yeah, there we go.
And the Holland America Lines is the best of the cruise companies.
Great food.
Yeah, great food. Yeah.
What about the cocktails? Did we mention those?
Well, is it a serious program?
Apparently
No,
not.
apparently not.
It,
I think
it used
so.
to be. It used to be. You know, I don't know. Not
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, Shelley, what are your thoughts and your favorite moments on this Holland America cruise?
I love Holland America. I've been on several cruises with them. Norway has been on my bucket list for years, and this has covered a lot of it.
Yeah, somebody was saying earlier too about it's just the cruise is great, but also the excursions have been pretty spectacular.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. We have done something in every single port, and it has been amazing.
Any drinks at all?
Wine.
Okay. You know, the wine is pretty good here too. They got a great selection.
It is.
Sophisticated Shelley, just the wine, but doing excursions as well. Shelley, I'll let you get back to your day.
Thank you.
Ah, the cruising life.
More Travel Guys is coming up next.
Cheers. We continue our Holland America Norwegian tour in the charming seaside city of Stavanger.
And buddy, I'll tell you, a lot of history here. Every place we go, there's this great amount of history. Like this city dates back to the 12th century.
Wow. That's going back a ways.
That is going back way, way back.
And Stavanger actually is known as the oil capital of Norway, and there is a lot of money in Norway. A lot of it is because of that oil, and things are very expensive because of that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Buddy, this is one of the most famous streets in all of this city. It's called Holmgate. Fabulous looking street.
It's got the cobblestone beneath us here and all these different colored buildings.
Yeah.
You don't see that in North America, do you?
You do not. A lot of great looking bars and patios. It's a beautiful day, so people are making use of those patios. But this is a very, I would say, groovy street.
Groovy?
Groovy. Yeah, funky and groovy, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's out of sight.
That's
out of sight.
Oh, touche.
Well, the last stop on our Norwegian cruise is the isolated but very scenic village of Flam.
That's right, buddy. Lots to do here in this village. Great outdoor activities, but I think the number one attraction has got to be something that we're about to do, the Flam Railway.
We're going up the mountain.
Well, Parkman and I are now on what has been described as one of the most beautiful train rides on the planet. It takes you from Flam, where we were docked, up to the village of Myrtle.
And it's a short ride, only 20 kilometers, but there are a lot of tunnels, 20 tunnels that are cut into the rock, most of which were built by hand.
Yeah.
And it took years to build this railway, and it's got a real cool look to it. It's really old-fashioned look at the train, and it's the most scenic ride you'll ever take. The scenic beauty here is second to none.
Oh, yeah.
It really is, yeah.
And you know what's good too is that if you stay on the train, it goes up for an hour and comes back. It's only a 2-hour round trip, so it's not taking up a whole day if there's other things you want to do.
Absolutely. Very beautiful. Wow, look at the greenery, look at the water. It's everywhere. We even got snow up here now. Wow.
Øverstoppet kan jeg se en del av Bergensbanen og Myrdal stasjon. Oppover fjellsida vil vi også se den gamle anleggsveien med sine 21 løperesjoner.
Well, we're halfway through our train ride. We just stepped off the train, and what a spectacular sight behind us. Just a massive waterfall. Can you hear me?
I really can. Hey, and by the way, did you notice the difference in temperature from the village up to where we are now?
It's very cold up here on the mountain, and I don't think I've ever seen so many waterfalls. They're everywhere. The waterfalls are absolutely everywhere.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, next stop is Vatnahalsen. This is the Flam zipline stop. And if you're not leaving the train here at Vatnahalsen, so please stay inside. Myrdal will be next station.
Well, I guess now we're in the town of, well, it's a train whistle there. We're in the town of, what is it, Myrtle?
Myrtle, yeah.
Myrtle,
little
right?
town, little very village.
And it's summertime. Hard to believe that there's snow right behind us, and it's very, very cold.
It's very cold. We
It
need
is,
to get
yeah.
back down to Flam where it's warm.
I think we should, yeah. It's time to go down the mountain now.
That's right.
Yeah. Wow, another waterfall. Well, we're having a great time here in Norway, and Jim and I Norway around a Holland America cruise ship. See?
Oh, God, that's so awful.
Norway around?
Yes, I think we got that at home.
We're on the brand new Rotterdam ship at a great new bar we've never had the chance to imbibe in before, correct?
That works
Good
for me.
English?
Yeah, that works
Okay.
fine. It's fine.
It's called the Half Moon Bar. It's tucked in a cozy little corner here on the ship, and we're about to have some custom-made cocktails. Yes.
Yes, our new best friend Marvik is going to make them right now.
We put the rye whiskey, Carpano Formula Antico, then Punta Mes Vermouth, 2 dash of bitters, ice, and you stir it 30 times. Strain it in a big glass, and we garnish it with 2 filthy cherries.
My cocktail's still smoking because it's hot.
All right, you're having the...
Rotterdam 7, it's called.
Okay.
We're on the Rotterdam, so
We are.
what are you having?
I'm having the new Amsterdam.
Wow, sounds
Yes.
delicious.
Mine is rye-based, as Marvik mentioned.
I love that smoky flavor. Let's try it. That is great. Just a hint of gin.
Yeah.
Very unique with a little kind of a smoky aftertaste. That's because of all the smoke in it. That's why.
I think you explained
Yeah.
that 9 times to the audience. Yes.
You get it? You
yes.
understand? Okay.
I have not had anything with rye in it in 30, 40 years. This is actually a fantastic drink.
Could this be a new trend, sir?
Might be. Cheers.
Cheers.
And thanks to Marvik. And the Half Moon Bar, brand new on the ship, we should say.
We really are VIPs. One of the best things about a Holland America Cruise, I'm sure you'll agree, sir,
Yes.
is how they treat you when it comes to the cuisine. It really is a gourmet paradise. We are at the main dining room here on the brand new ship, the Rotterdam, enjoying what I like to call filet mignon plus.
Well, yeah, we got a different.
Plus is the wine, the plus is the au jus, the plus is the asparagus, and the plus is the company. Well, maybe not that last part.
Wow, look at
Let me
that.
strike that last part.
Yeah, you know, there's great food on the ship every day, but it's great that one night out of the cruise, you put the suit and tie on. Well, Parkman and I sleep in suit and ties, but you put the suit and tie on, you get dressed up, it's old school, it's fantastic.
No, it's formal night here, and the food is second to none. And it's like that every night here on the cruise ship.
Yeah.
It really is.
All right.
Bon appetit.
Thank you.
Bon appetit, sir.
Thank you.
All right. One of the great things about a Holland America cruise is it's kind of two experiences, in my opinion. It's the ultra-modern, chic, cool, classy experience of being on the ship, but it's also kind of old school in a lot of ways because they have a formal night where you put the suit and tie on, you sit around drinking wine. I feel like I should have a cigar right now.
Well, back in 30 years ago, you would have.
Pack of Marlboros, maybe? I don't know.
I used to live in that world. Yeah, what's great too is that there's so many different bar and kind of lounge options, like this one right here, just walking by after a great dinner. There's just great stuff here. You always have different places you can go to enjoy a cocktail or a glass of wine or what have you.
Absolutely, and you walk around on formal night, everybody's in suit and tie, the women are all dressed up, everyone's dressed up.
Yeah.
And you know what? That doesn't happen much anymore in today's society, but it does happen here on board a Holland America cruise.
So you're pretty upset about that, is it?
Well, I just think people should wear suit and ties more. You know, when they get on the bus, when they're at the mall shopping. That's just my thoughts.
That might be a bit much, but okay. Anyway, cheers.
All right, cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Well, there's no way we could have had a better time than we did on this cruise.
You know, that didn't work earlier in the show. You think
No?
it's going to age well or something?
I was hoping.
Okay. Well, anyway. Before we leave, as we always do, let's check out Jim and Darren's top 5 coolest things about our Holland America Norwegian cruise. Number 5.
Hey, it's got to be dressing up and living large and eating right here at the Pinnacle Grill on board the cruise ship. Cheers. We have another bottle, by the way.
It's coming.
Good.
Yikes. Number 4.
It's got to be enjoying our VIP cocktails here at the Half Moon Bar on the Rotterdam.
Yeah, that's it. Your drink is on fire.
It's a 4-alarm drink, my friend. Cheers.
Cheers.
Number 3.
It's drinking in tons of history and culture on an afternoon in Oslo. Number 2.
Touring the canals of Amsterdam on a sunny afternoon. Very scenic.
Sure is. And the number 1 coolest thing about our Holland America Norwegian cruise.
It's got to be passing by many, many waterfalls and through mountains on the historic Flam Railway.
We'll see you next time on The Travel Guys.
Post-production services by First Anniversary Pictures.
Well, we certainly timed the weather perfectly here in Amsterdam, buddy. It's
It is
a gorgeous
a scorcher.
day. Gorgeous, though.
Scorcher.
Isn't it? Yeah, it sure
It really
is.
is.
What are you doing to fight
Drinking
the
my
heat?
new favorite drink here. It's a delicious, sugar-free lemon drink with a little zest to it. It's called Sissy.
Ah, and that's what you're going with?
I prefer to call it Sai.
I think that's a better way to go.
Sounds more cool, actually, yeah. Is that your nickname in high school, or?
Actually, it was, yes.
Yeah, okay.